Good night, everyone. This is Velcrochet. Guys, today I want to talk about, I don't know, being healthier, eating better. I've read a lot over health. And the more I read, the more I come to the conclusion of not eating any carbohydrates. Accordingly, it's refined sugar, all that sweet stuff, donuts, burgers, pizzas, all the good stuff that we love. Is not good for us. And that's what makes us sick. I mean, if we are people that suffer with, I don't know, high blood pressure, arthritis, and diabetes, we're not supposed to be eating too much sweet, like too much carbs. That turns into sugar, like donuts, bread, tortillas. And I know those are our main sources. If we don't eat bread, like for example, me, I can't eat a lot of food without bread. I love eating carbs. But now what I'm realizing is that it's not healthy for us. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I still do carbs, but I don't eat as much carbs as I used to. I eat a little bit of carbs, at least just to trick myself. Okay, I'm eating carbs. It's like if you used to eat 3 tortillas, you can cut down to two or one and a half, you know? And or if you eat 4 or 5 slices of bread, you can go cut it down to three or two. And it's not going to be overnight. Like if you're doing five today, tomorrow you can't just do two. No, you cut it down to four, cut it next following week or next month, cut it down to three, and see if you can get it down to 2 slices in the morning, 2 slices of toast. That's not much carbs, and yet you're getting your carbs. You know what I mean? But not as much in your body as to make you sick, like causes you inflammation. That's what they say, that carbs, a lot of refined sugar, a lot of sweets that we do, that's what causes inflammation. And remember, guys, inflammation is pain. And if we have inflammation in our body, we're sick. We're not feeling healthy, especially if we suffer with arthritis. There's a lot of different kind of arthritis. You'll be limping, but your feet will hurt, your knees would be swollen, your feet would be swollen. It's all the inflammation that we have accumulated in our body because of eating all these refined sugars, all these carbs that we love to eat in the morning, like cup of coffee and donuts. I still love my coffee though, but I don't drink a lot of sugar. Actually, I don't like a lot of sugar, and I don't like a lot of salt normally. I don't. So that's a big help for me because it's something that I don't need to cut down on because sugar, I barely buy sugar. Actually, sugar expires on me. And salt, same thing. I use a little bit of that. I didn't grow up eating a lot of that. Um, my mom was like kind of semi-vegetarian, like a vegetarian. She could do without meat. My dad used to love meat, so we grew up eating a lot of veggies and a lot of fruits and a lot of carbs though. Like in the morning for breakfast, we would have a lot of carbs, a lot of flour tortillas. Evening, we would do same repetition. But now what I have noticed, guys, it's that it's best not to have all those carbs if we can help it. And we can cut it down. We can start cutting down like every other month, eat one less until we can get it to one or two. That's not a lot. Or we can get it to 1 or 2 slices of toast in the morning, or one if we can, The less carbs, sugar we have in our body, the better we're going to feel. And who doesn't want to jump out of bed and feel so good to go to work instead of achy knees and achy limbs, because inflammation goes on your big bones, like your shoulder, your knees, your hips, your ankles, your feet, your toes, everywhere hurts when you have inflammation in your body. And if you can reduce that inflammation by not eating a lot of carbs, it's going to help you. And one more thing that's even more successful is that you're going to lose weight like crazy, because that's what makes us overweight, eating a lot of carbs. If you cut down on all this, if you listen to this Dr. Now here in Houston, this surgeon that operates on all these heavyweight people that are over 600 pounds, the main diet that he gives them is like cut the carbs out. But I know it's drastic because we need a little something. But the way I eat is like a little bit of it. You can still have a little bit, but don't abuse it, because it's like if you're going to abuse it, you're going to suffer the consequences. But if you're young and you don't have no sickness, you can eat a little more. But my advice to you young people out there is like, if you can start eating healthy now, it'd be better for you, because when you get older, you won't have to worry about anything. You won't deprive yourself from anything, because the worst thing we can do to ourselves is deprive ourselves. That's when we want it more. That's when we want to crave it more. So what I do, guys, I still do a little bit, so you don't have to crave it and you'll be fine. But don't go over your limit. Like if you overdid it today, go back to your normal tomorrow. Let it be your cheat day. But don't continue on that way, because you're going to suffer the consequences. Anyway, guys, I hope this was useful. And remember that even fruits have a lot of sugar, but that's a better sugar to have than the real sugar that we really put into our bodies. Okay? You guys have a good night. Thank you.